Hi, this is Carol Peugeot from Innovate Training, and this is Going Back to Class After COVID. Well, what are we going to talk about? Just that. And this is session 23. Well, what we're going to do today is talk about the reality of it happening. We've been talking about it for months now, and it seems like some people are just can't wait for the classes to open up again, and some people can. I'm sure if you are a parent who has a small child, you are looking forward to those classes opening up. But if you're an adult or a high schooler, you're probably getting used to attending class in your pajamas. And even though I told you not to do that, I bet you probably did. So there's that. Well, don't expect business as usual if you do go back. For adult courses, you should expect a hybrid or a blended learning type of program. Adult or even high school classes. I think they're pretty much going to go in that direction. I can't say every school, and I can't speak for every school or every district, but for the most part, this is the direction they're going in. All right, so what is a hybrid or a blended learning class? Well, this is a combination of face-to-face classroom time and online classes. And the way it usually works is the lab and the practical are done in class, the hands-on, and the lecture is done online and all the other type of learning. It's usually about a 50-50, 50% classroom, 50% online, or it could be 60-40 or 70-30. It really depends on what school district you go to, what college or school you signed up with, and what program you're in. That's the important one. What type of program is it? Is it a program where it's a lot of theory, or is it a type of program that has a lot of lab components in it? So it really depends. And then there's some schools that are still going to be 100% online for another year. Who knows? As for Riverside, I speak for Riverside because that's the county I'm in. They're yes, they're no. They're yes, they're no. But most likely for Riverside, that I know of, the ones that are going to go back are the little ones, the elementary schools. Maybe the junior hires, but not the high schools or the colleges. So we shall see. Well, what's going to be different? What can you expect to be different? Well, you're going to see a strict enforcement of facial coverings. You're going to see a strict enforcement of social distancing. You're going to see more distance between your seating places, your workstations. You may see plexiglass in between the desks, and all the desks will probably be facing one direction, as opposed to tables where you're facing one another. One-way traffic in the hallways. Right on the left and left going this way, that way, I don't know. But it's going to go back to kindergarten. Remember in kindergarten where you had to line up and stand a certain distance between each one? Well, it's going to be like that. Just expect it, and that way it doesn't come as just a shock to you. I don't know so much in the high school and the adults, but yeah, there's probably going to be some enforcement of the 6 feet social distancing. So the one-way traffic in the hallways and the corridors. And expect to have your temperature checked with the temperature monitor, the scanner, as you enter campus or the classroom. Either the instructor, the teacher might do it, or they might have somebody at the entrance. Outside spaces may be used for instruction as much as possible and as much as weather allows. So instead of meeting in a classroom, you might have be sitting outside in a around benches or tables and chairs outside, where you can have lecture out there. Again, a virus is a virus. no matter where you go, but hey. What else is going to be different? What else will be different? Be prepared in a way so that it won't be so scary and it won't be so jerky. We've all seen changes over the past year and a half. And 2 years ago, had you thought about what we have to do now just to go to the store, you would have been like, not me. Well, it is what it is. We all get used to what we have to get used to. You know, unfortunately, it is what it is. But it's going to be like that at school. So if you prepare for it, you won't be so shaky. For the kids, it'll probably be more structured. For the adults, maybe not. But be prepared for those changes. So what can help you make this transition? Well, again, being prepared for those changes. Make sure to always carry your mask with you, and also to have 2 or 3 masks, like wear one and have 1 or 2 extra ones, just in case one gets soiled. Especially if you're working in a lab component, you want to make sure you have an extra mask there. Carry hand sanitizer and wash your hands throughout the day. I mean, that's good advice whether there's COVID or not. Even in flu season or whatever, it's just good advice. Clean and disinfect your workstation, so maybe carry some disinfectant wipes and clean your workstation or your desk. And don't forget the computer keypad, especially if your workstation is used by somebody else at other sessions. I always had my students take a Clorox wipe and wipe down. This is way before COVID. I had them wipe down their keyboards because other people are touching them. And also don't forget doorknobs and light switches. Stay home if you are sick. If you're running a fever, you have a cough, or you have any type of illness, stay home. It's time to get rest anyway. And see if somebody will give you your homework, and see if your instructor will send you the notes or maybe record the lecture. Okay? All right, these are tips to go back to normal. We all want to go back to normal. Well, yeah. Bring paper, pens, pencils. That's normal, right? Everybody forgets their pen and asks their neighbor for a pen. A test is about to start, and I see all my students tagging one another, hey, you got a pen? Or asking me. And I always bring extra pens, and they always know I do. Anyway, paper, pencils, pens, highlighters, index cards, backpack, and your bag. And remember what you learned about note-taking. We went over the Cornell notes. If you would like to learn more about note-taking or about student readiness, Innovate Training has a seminar of academic readiness called the SOAR program, and that is really rich program. It's got a lot of resources available to you. You spend a lot of time with me face-to-face and me talking to you about dealing with the classroom and how you could be most successful in that environment. So I really recommend checking out the Innovate Training website and check out that SOAR program. What else? Attend every class session, whether it's online or face-to-face, unless you're sick. Ask questions. This is one thing people just don't do enough of. Ask questions. Your instructor is your greatest resource that you have. Greater than your textbooks, greater than your Google or what your library, whatever it is you have, your instructor is your greatest source there. So ask your instructor, and don't be afraid to ask. Be sure to use him or her while you have them, because they won't always be available to you. So use them while you have them. Well, if you're going back to class soon, congratulations. If not, well, From the Classroom to the Kitchen Nook is still here with you, so we'll be here to help support you. Do me a favor though, if in your area your district is going back to the classroom, put it in the comments and let me know. I'd like to hear about that, and maybe that might be encouraging for some of us who are still in the online limbo here. So this is Carol Peugeot from Innovate Training, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Carol Peugeot, and don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to hit that bell.